The film starts showing the psychiatric hospital. There are many patients. A mad person is sketching on the wall in a room. But his life ends while sketching. He falls from there, then a man appears there. He is the same man who was making the sketch. He drew the map of a city because he wanted to search for someone. The scene turns and a boy named Michael is seen. He likes his class fellow, and today there is a party for Michael. He had never revealed to his classmate that he liked her. He is meek and he used to take her photos and make videos. Later, he watches them. One day, it is seen that a lady police officer visits their high school and says to them, "You already know. One of your classmates is lost. He has not been searched for several days." The woman police officer who came here is actually Michael's mom. Michael's nose begins bleeding when he is in his classroom. He immediately moves to the lavatory, but his school fellows used to tease him too much. They also start to tease him here because he is very fragile, and he did not know how to communicate perfectly. It was the cause that he did not get the courage to express himself before his classmates. And he used to be helpless whenever someone teased him. He was fed up with this behavior. He used to think of taking revenge from them, but he did not have enough strength that he could take any step. Michael is extremely happy for tonight, because he has been told that there is a party in the house of his classmate. He is very excited with the thought of attending a party. He goes to a costume shop where he begins to see the variety of fancy dress party costumes. Then a small kid says to him, "I give you a superhero costume." It is a mystic costume. Michael asks him, "Oh, it means I will look good wearing it." That kid says to him, "Yeah, you will look good and also attain the powers." Michael comes back to his house, thinking it's fun. He has brought a costume with him. But he is sitting on the sofa in a dejected mood, coming to the house. Then his mother asks him, coming there, "What happened?" Michael says, "I have brought the costume, but others will have worn the beautiful dress at a Halloween party. Look at my costume." Then his mother says to him, "Just be the same as you are, never imitate anyone. Otherwise your own qualities will also be suppressed. My son will look the more beautiful." Actually, Michael's father was not alive, so his mother used to love him a lot, but Michael used to remember him. "If my father was alive, they taught the lesson to those boys who tease me." Now the night falls and Michael moves to that party after getting ready. Now all children begin to tease him in that place. "We know that you have saved the photos and videos of that girl on your mobile phone. You have affection for her, but you take her photos stealthily. How bad she will feel knowing it." Then they play the photos and the videos of that girl at the party. Witnessing it, that girl comes into rages. She begins to show her anger on Michael and he locks himself into a lavatory. The kids are asking him from outside, "What happened? You felt afraid. Oh, poor guy has been frightened by a girl." Michael does not want to face them because the outsider kids are very mannerless. He starts to communicate himself inside, looking into the mirror. That kid had told me that this costume was powerful. "Costume, what is your power? Can you make me invisible right now?" Then the light is switched off. Michael is really disappeared as the light is switched on. He had become invisible. Let's see the routine of Michael. When he brushes his teeth, getting up, then it is revealed that he has become invisible. Michael is very excited about this, and he says that I have got mercy. I can take revenge on them in the classroom when I wish. Now Michael begins to go to school. Then a man is standing at a distance, wearing black sunglasses. He observes him. Anyhow, Michael moves into the classroom. But he is not appearing before anyone, so he takes the advantage of this. He shoots out the ink on the teacher, and teacher thinks that it has been shot by the seated student there. So she gets that boy out of the classroom. He takes revenge on the other students, taking advantage of his being invisible. Then it is known that 2 more students are also lost from the school, and they have recorded a video, a message before their disappearance. "We are leaving this place willingly. We are fed up with our houses. We want to live alone, spending an autonomous life. Then a psychiatrist visits their school on this day, who starts to explain to the students, "You are all young and your parents are a necessity for everyone. They only need our goodness, otherwise, it will not affect what the other person's kid does. Try to understand this reality." Then Michael senses that he is again becoming invisible. He immediately runs from that place, and all think that he dislikes the counseling of the psychiatrist. His sister notices as he comes to her that his brother's dress is visible, but he is not. She says to him, "Brother, you are a superhero." Suddenly, Michael places his hand on her lips. He says, "Keep quiet, don't mention it to anyone. I have started to become invisible from the time I took that costume. There is surely something mysterious." Michael hears that his mother is talking with someone. Being invisible, Michael sits before his mother. His mother continues to talk through calls as he is not being seen by his mother. Michael comes to know, listening to the conversation with his mother, that he is not the biological son of his mother, but an adopted child. He is very hurt by it, and he leaves that place. His mother senses that someone has passed from her side, but she is unaware that her son Michael has become invisible. One day, Michael is taking a swing. Sitting on it, a girl notices the empty moving swing. She comes there and begins to talk to him, realizing his presence. Michael also begins to talk with her, but he does not appear before her. They are befriended soon. Now Michael thinks that he will tell him the fact. He is the same Michael who can disappear and also her friend. But a man abducts her before he goes to reveal the reality to her. Michael exerts his best to save that girl, but in vain. Now it is seen that the girl wakes up at a place where some people are present in her surroundings who are detecting her body and mouth. They are trying to know that she is not that kid who is invisible, because these people are also unaware of his gender, nor do they have an awareness of who is he. When those people believe this girl does not possess any power, there is another who is invisible, then they leave this girl to the other two kids, who had been taken here for this purpose. Michael thinks that he will soon go to rescue that girl after being invisible. But he notices that his mother has washed the costume as he goes to wear his costume, and he lost that power. Then he says to his mother, "You wanted the same. I may not succeed and act according to my will. Otherwise, you are not my biological mother." Saying it, he comes to the beach, riding his cycle. His mother is saddened by him. Now Michael encounters the same man at the beach, putting on black sunglasses. Here he tells Michael, "I also possess the same powers that you possessed. You possessed it because you are my son." That person wearing sunglasses tells him that your mother had also the ability to disappear. It means the wife of that man. He tells his son, "I used to live in Russia several years ago. That country was ruined due to the nuclear bomb explosion. That nuclear reaction developed superhuman abilities. Gathering such people, a group was formed. The leader of that group was savage. He used us while keeping us in his custody. Many days passed, and he continued to use us. I glimpsed a girl there during that time, which I liked very much. The girl is your mom. You will not stay here under the cruelty of the savage leader." We both fled, taking you, but that leader's team members began to chase us. So, your mother sacrificed her life, and she instructed both of us to leave this place. She also could disappear. She has been invisible since that time. I thought that I will never be able to bring you up alone as such. In this way, our both lives will be in danger. So I placed you in front of the house of the police officer. So your life may not be like my life. Here Michael asks his father, "Were powers not in my costume, but I possessed it before?" Then his father says, "Yes, my son, you have inherited these powers." Michael's father also tells him that I can also read the mind, and that lady is the best who took charge of your care by me. She loves you a lot, you may apologize her. Then Michael's mother comes there while searching for him. Then Michael apologizes to her in the same way advised by his father, being happy. both return to home. He faces the same psychiatrist as he approaches at home. Who knew that Michael could disappear? He attempts to reveal the secrets from Michael, then Michael runs from there. On the other side, the same girl is seen who had started to like Michael, and she was abducted. She is on a ship, and she tries to escape from there. There is an ultra-bright flashlight that spreads at a distance. That girl turns on it and Michael instantly goes to rescue her. It was an indication of where that girl was. Michael's foster mother begins to feel worried about him. Michael's father says, going to her, "Don't be worried. Michael has gone to a place. He will come soon." Michael had become more courageous and sharp. Becoming invisible, he goes to the ship and defeats them easily, and he saves those people. That girl says, "I also want to rescue other people." Michael hands her over a gun and says, "Keep it for your safety." But that girl points the gun on Michael unexpectedly. Michael is astonished and he thinks there is another person involved in it, and she is under control. Someone had compelled her to take such action. The matter of the fact was almost similar. Michael knows after searching that there is an old man who is paralyzed, but he has the power to hold sway over people whom he touches at once. He has controlled that psychiatrist and this girl. That satanic man moves the watercraft under the water, using it against Michael, because he wanted to take Michael to another country. They have taken Michael there until Michael's foster mother or father arrives there. But Michael perfectly employs his power. He locks the old man into a room after damaging all things. He comes out of that place. His mother is pleased to see it. There are also many people there as he comes out of that place. He disappears in front of them. Michael's father comes to him and says to him, "My son, indeed, you have powers, but we have to hide them from the other people as I have kept them secret. Be careful for the next time to not use these powers in public. Just live like a normal person, then your life will be easier." Then his father moves ahead and removes the memory of each person, as they have not seen anything. When all people restore their memory related to the time before this incident, they have the knowledge that they all lost kids have been abducted. Then they think when Michael had gone to rescue them as the best police officer, she also rescued the other kids. Then all the people and children begin to compliment her. The next day, it is observed that Michael goes to his school as a common student. The bullies start to tease and threaten him again. Being courageous, he says to the kids that it will be better to not tease me. The children are left astonished, hearing such a response. At the end of the movie, it is shown that Michael's biological mother and younger sister are still alive. Michael's father left both of them in separate places, so they can be safe. Michael's mom is now looking for Michael's sister. And the movie ends here. If you like the video, then please subscribe our channel.